Welcome back to Rhapsody 2, A Little Princess in Time. That made sense in my head, actually. But we are continuing this chapter's quest, where we are going to try to find the missing ice cream chefs. Which, don't think ice cream chefs are a thing? I know there's ice cream parlors, but I don't think they're called chefs. Anyway, we're trying to find the ice cream workers, let's just say that. And of course, me being me, we're going to talk to all the NPCs in town. See if anything has changed, and the answers may shock you. The answer is no, I don't think anything really changes that much. But look at this old man and his heroics. Speaking of that, I do need to get the good old translation guide here to help us a little bit, so we can have some sort of understanding what's going on here. Sweet jazz. They should have played some sweet jazz in just this one building and never again. Like, jazz is only in this one building. Like, the most intense, relaxing satisfaction jazz one can hear. Pardon me as I drinking some water this time, because, I already drunk, and like, it's, at this time of recording, it's 12 o'clock. 12 p.m. And I've already gone through 3 cups of soda. I'm like, okay, I need to slow it down here today. That's a little too much in just a couple hours. And normally I don't even think like that, but I guess it's just where I'm getting older, because I'm an old man. And I'm just like, okay, I shouldn't be drinking more soda at this time. And normally I'm not like that. I'm like, oh yeah, I could down a whole 2 liter in one day. But I'm like, no, let me get some water. I guess it's just part of growing up. Which is actually kind of ties into this game, which is themed about growing up too. It's very deep. This game has me thinking about my life. About aging and growing up. And how time, times just change and tastes change. It's very deep. So deep, I'm gonna take a toast to that. Hey, Grandpa. Or great-grandpa, actually. No? Yeah, great-grandpa. Sorry, I had to think about the lore there for a moment. Let's get some healing items here. Poor cat. I was gonna go bug the old man again, but I felt like I needed to leave him alone. Like, he's really into his aerobics shirtless in front of that cat. Like, hey, you know, whatever you need the motivation to get you up in the day, I suppose. Don't worry, we'll be seeing some new encounters in just a moment. But yeah, we're heading towards a familiar restaurant, if anybody's familiar with the first game. Very tasty. It's actually, it's Big Lots brand's water, Fresh Finds. Purified water. Not bad. Not bad at all. And I'm actually drinking, straight water this time, instead of, like, normally I would add Kool-Aid, liquid to my water, but I'm just doing straight water right now. Oop, music stopped, must be a cutscene. It's the gentleman that we met before. Basically, hey, thank you for helping us out the other end. He's like, did I not tell you not to come back? And she's like, how dare you order me around like that? And, basically your buddy's like, he kind of reminds me of your father. It's like, my father? Don't compare him to that low-life brat. Sorry, I'm catching up on here. I'm reading ahead a little bit. But this is like the grand opening, it seems like. This is I'm hungry. Oh, okay, I understand. Basically, the soldiers are like, I should bring you in, and she's like, well, I should tell that you're ditching your job. And they're like, okay, well, we won't tell on each other. I like how you can open the doors behind them. That's pretty funny. This door doesn't open. You can never go in that door. Now, these cats are a little different than what they appeared in the first game. Because these cats, there's a cat faction kind of thing between the two witch gangs. We'll go. That game actually goes more into detail about the cat factions, believe it or not, which is kind of funny. But we'll get there when we get there. Now, you do have to buy an ice cream to be able to progress. Basically, she's like, are you gonna get some? She's like, nah, I have a bad feeling, but if you're still alive by tomorrow, then I'll eat one. She's like, gee, thanks for using me as a guinea pig. But as she saw, one of the ice cream workers was dragged to the back, so we must head towards the back. Ow. Right. Time for another dungeon here. And this is what I'm saying about the dungeon. I just think they're better handled in this game compared to the first game. Because, yes, they're still dungeon-like and still some of the rooms look the same. However, the aesthetic is a lot more presentable. Like, don't get me wrong, they still reuse stuff. And also we're fighting purple jellies. But it's much more... I guess there's more detail into it, too. This is why, personally, I like Persona 4... Oh, excuse me, pardon me. Persona 4's dungeons over Persona 3's. Because, yeah, they're still similar. But presentation can go a long way, I'll say that. Like, how you present something... while still having the same thing, kind of thing. Well, no, okay. Now, all these cat battles that are in front of the door are mandatory, so we will be showing off every one of them. Well, they're not all mandatory, but, I mean, you're walking up to them, you're fighting them head on. Like, it's a set battle. So we will be showing off each one of them. But yeah, the cats are back in this game. And basically this guy saying, hey, I'm one of the workers at the soft cream shop. Basically they said the cats tortured them for their ice cream recipe. We don't want to go that way yet. Not just yet. There's a couple of these. I don't know if you actually have to save all of them. Maybe. Maybe. And that's a dinosaur. Talk about a bite. I don't know the sight of just two little girls fighting a dinosaur with a trumpet and a handgun. Like, sometimes you just look at scenarios like that and you're like, yeah, this is a video game and it's very silly and I can't help but smile. Or just think how ludicrous this game, how ludicrous games can be. At the end of the day, I just, like, I want the game to be fun and silly, just make light of itself. Like, don't get me wrong, like, even Uncharted, like, it's a more serious game, but it still doesn't take itself seriously all the time. Like, Uncharted's a lighthearted game, too. Speaking as a guy who only has played the first one, beaten the first one, and only watched the other ones in playthroughs. But I do have fond memories of, I think it was 2. Because I was visiting my dad at that point, and I don't know what possessed him, but he tried out the demo for Uncharted 2 at the GameStop there we were at. And my poor father was trying to shoot Sully, thinking he was a bad guy, and I'm like, Dad, no, don't shoot Sully. It was like, it might have been 3. It was either Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 3. But I remember specifically that he was trying to shoot Sully, like, so much. My poor father, just trying to shoot Sully, you know, your partner. And he's just... I love my dad, he's great. He's a silly man. Like, Dad, no, don't shoot Sully. He's like, I can't kill him. It's like, Dad, no. No. Don't shoot Sully. That's not how this works. No, the cat battle. Cat battle. But I'll go ahead. These cats belong to, I don't even remember her name. Well, I know her name, but I don't know how to pronounce her name. Is the problem. Because I am Southern. But, not Mars, really. The newer ones that were introduced for this game. These belong to them. Level 12. Yeah, I'm a little overpowered at this point. Not at, well, it's because I'm a little higher level than expected for this part, because I grind to try to get monsters, ally monsters and whatnot. These battles will go a lot quicker once we get some of the more hard-hitting spells. It'll be a lot more, more flow, one could say. And dealing with best with, mooks of enemies, like large groups of enemies. So, of course, on top of cutting, we'll also be, you know, going through the enemies that we will see on screen a little bit quicker. Just gotta build up the ingus, or the currency, whatever it's called. Now, unfortunately, the translation guide doesn't go over each of the chefs, what each chef says. Apparently, it does say that the cat's goal is to gather more money. Okay, it says here you have to save the cook. So I'm assuming you do have to save the cooks before you have to, before you can fight the boss. I don't know why I said ow when my, headphone dropped out of my ear. It didn't even hurt. I don't even know how that would have hurt. But I said it anyway because I'm weird. They meow because they are cats. They meow because they are cats. Truly, a deep, thought-provoking thought. Of sorts. But really, the cats pose no danger whatsoever at this point in the game. Do they later in the games? Perhaps. Perhaps. It's quite possible. From what little was talked about with the chef's dialogue, it did say that they mentioned stuff like, the boss's name is Berg, or whatever that guy. Basically, it's, since they say it, we can talk about it. The boss is the chef cat from the previous game. He makes a return. And really, he's a big jerk. Like, just a big, fat jerk. Another chef dude here with some treasure. We do like some free treasure. And we got two little red dragons with cat. But the question is, who's the pet and who's the owner? Is the cat the owner of the dragons, or is the dragons the owner of the cat? One will never know. Because we kind of defeat them in battle here. As it is tradition with RPGs. Oh, excuse me. That increases her speed stat, if I recall correctly. Going through the equipment. Four hours into it. Interesting. Yeah, 420. Get it? Drugs. Alright, and now we're in the kitchen. Yeah, so his gimmick is he says bang at the end of like every sentence. Kind of like I don't know if chefs were really doing this at this point in time, where they would say "bam." I think that guy did that, like "bam" at the end of like cooking and stuff like that. I don't know. It's an old chef thing that I know that was a thing, but I don't know if it was a thing at this point in time. Like, you can even hear him say bang. Like, you can understand the English word there. And now we have another song. And unfortunately, the songs, at least in this guide, the songs are not translated. There's a weird sound effect that goes throughout the song. I don't know if you can hear it without headphones, though. It sounds like a jug, like you're emptying out a jug of water or milk, is the best way I can explain this sound. It just sounds really odd in this song. But we get to see how ice cream is made. I hope you're ready for this. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually the real reason why this game wasn't brought into English. That one's still brown. Nope, wait for it. A perfect reaction. Which, yes, I do use that a lot as cutaways. Just a heads up. I don't think it's surprising, or I think you can tell what. Wait. I think it's very easy to know what they're saying at that particular part. Basically saying, what, spies? I think his translation got a little mixed up because I think his name is Bird, but at some points he changed the name to Bang. It's kind of funny. But here's the first part of the boss fight. You just fight 5 of these cats again. By the way, these cats are ruthless because they always talk, like even in the first game, they talk about eating people. And this is no different. They're about, oh, we can add more toppings to our ice cream. I'm like, that's creepy. Because now you want to chop up people and use it as sprinkles for your cat poop ice cream. This game's gross. Alright, now for the real boss fight. Now, this guy can hit hard, so you do gotta be careful. And this won't be the only time we'll face him either, just a spoiler alert there. But at this point, we're okay because we are a little bit over-leveled to, I think, what they estimated. More so because between the transition of entering this room, I grinded off-screen to get even more monsters. So there you go. But that's his most devastating move right there. So be, you know, just be sure to try to hit him with your most powerful attacks. In this case, I just straight up just use normal attacks, and just heal your HP as you need to, and you should be fine. They're like, oh, they're too powerful. Basically, he's like, it will be easy next time. And basically, Kururu's like, this never leaves this room. And she's like, oh, how romantic to keep a secret. And they're like, how is that a secret? Or not the cooks, but she's like, how is that a secret? How is that romantic? Ah! They can't talk. She's like, I don't want to ever see an ice cream again. Thumbs up. Hey, Randy. Oh, Randy, no. Randy, no. Randy, no. Here they are trying not to laugh because they know what's transpiring here. Hey, Guru, you shouldn't be laughing either. Like, if Randy ever found that out, he would never let you live that down. But that concludes this chapter, so join us for the next part for the next chapter, in which we do more chapter stuffs. AKA, more story. Ooh.